Hey yo guys, Pandy351 here, and I wasn't going to make a second video. This was not going to turn into a second video. There's so much that have happened. If you're not sure about what's been going on, the updates on stuff with the situation with Arya, I will have a link in the description of the original video, and I will also have a link of the tweet. The tweet has all the evidence. If you check the retweets, I've been using that to retweet evidence. I'm going to add this video, obviously, to that tweet. So go check that out, please. If you haven't seen the video, watch through the whole thing before you respond to this, because I swear these fucking dumbasses over here have not seen the video. And they keep commenting like they know things, and they don't, because I literally said in that video that this didn't have to do with one particular thing, and this was a bunch of things. But let me be very clear. That video was made because Arya is a pedophile, and that's not okay. Kay, Secret, and all of them dismissed that Arya was a pedophile because they don't believe she is, and they don't actually want to take the time to, like, fact check themselves. And even if they do, there are comments they have made where they are still 100% okay with working with her, even though she is proven to be a pedophile. Which is kind of the whole problem with all of this, is instead of just kind of being like, oh yeah, working with a pedophile is kind of bad, let's not. Their whole argument is just that they can continue to work with a pedophile because they don't agree with them, which, like, no, that's not how that works, because you're giving them a platform and you're making the community far more dangerous for kids to be around, and that's so not cool. Anyways, if you don't know this name, this person basically had a couple of their friends join the fan Discord, and the friends made extremely racist comments and threats, and it was really uncool. Now, I don't know why, but their IP is all the same. So that usually means that they made the account under the same email, so maybe they're school friends or something. I don't know. All I know is that they share an IP address. I thought it was the same person. Apparently it's not, and we're going to get to that. But they made a post, and the post has some of the greatest comments I think I have ever seen during this whole conversation. And I wanted to show this to you guys. I wanted to actually talk to you guys while walking through this, because there is nothing over text that could justify the leaps in logic these people make, and why this is not okay. I've reached out, or attempted to reach out to Yuki. So if you're seeing this, hey bud, we should totally talk in DMs, because I think there's been a misunderstanding slightly, and I'll explain why there is to you guys in just a moment. But here's what we've got. Okay, after my last post, I didn't think I was going to post, but this needs to be said. All of these people, Secret is Fun, AryaFein, Kai Productions, Pixela, and Snarks, I'm not going to be working or associating with them because of their current standing or ideals, because they can hurt what this channel stands for, and I don't agree with them. If you all request, I can make a video explaining why, and my current views on this later. I'm so curious. I'm so curious what your views are. And I don't like you, Yuri. I want to make that very clear. The fact that these are friends of yours says a lot. I don't think you should be friends with people who are that heavily racist and are willing to let that kind of stuff loose on kids. But Tails started playing Among Us. That didn't happen. You didn't see that. Anyways, yeah, it's not a good look. But you know, you do you, I guess. I don't know. But this is why this video is being made. This particular comment. Hey, hi. I don't know if you're seeing this video, Sharks, but I just want to say your comment legitimately made me and my cast laugh. I thank you for that. This is so funny. in a way that is sad. I've been working for you for 8 months and you pulled like this again. First it was whoever this is. And by the way, there's like another whole context that's happening here. Like there's a whole other conversation, and I'm going to make it clear when like, that conversation is happening. I don't know everything about these conversations because it's referring to stuff obviously privately between people. And so I don't know that context, but I do know the stuff that has to do with me, which is why I'm talking about this. Now it's backstabbing your friend. You're only on Pandy's side because they have more evidence, which I have proof of. So don't come at me saying shit like that is their comments. Yeah, that's how that works. Fun fact. When there's a ton of evidence against someone, usually that's proof that they may have done that thing. So yes, that is how that works, that you would take someone's side because they have more evidence. That is logically how that works. The fact that took so long for your logic to understand is just very surprising. I get that it's meant to be sarcastic. I understand that. But if you just reinstate, you're only on Pandy's side because they have more evidence, it's so fucking funny. And I'm sorry, I'm in a jokey mood. I don't know who's in control right now. Somebody is. And we're just kind of along for the joy right here. So I apologize. Cause and okay, they say they have proof. So maybe they have proof that the evidence is not evidential. Which I don't know how several witnesses, how you can disprove that at that point. But, what you don't understand, and Sharks, if you're reading this, if you're listening to this, hi, how's it going? I genuinely want to have a conversation with you, because if you have proof that what I'm saying is wrong, please send it. Give it to me. I will genuinely listen to you. We can sit, we can have a talk. I'm totally fine with that. You misunderstand me. I'm quite reasonable. If you have proof, I'm willing to listen to it. The problem is that you don't have proof. And I know you don't have proof. If you have proof that I'm attacking Kai, no, you have proof that I set a boundary, and you have proof that I'm calling him out for shitty behavior. That's not attacking. There is a large difference. If your proof is that Arya isn't a pedophile, then I would love to see that, honestly. I would love to see that. If you have proof that Kai is being attacked by party cubs, by my fans, I would also like to see that proof too. That keeps being thrown around, that other people are getting attacked here. And I'm going to be honest. If you go check the tweet, you'll see, that actually I've had threats thrown at me that have been completely ignored by Kai and co. But I've seen no threats towards them. So there's also the straight up harassment that's been happening. I mean, I stay on my platform whenever I'm talking about people. I take screenshots, sure, but I don't go and harass people on their platform because that is rude. Hales, stop trying to play Among Us. We're trying to have a conversation here, and you keep... There we go. Okay. This is fine. We'll load that up back up later. But, generally speaking, I don't understand why, if you have proof, seriously, I'm all ears. It's going to be a little hard to get a hold of me because I've got you blocked for, reasons, obviously, because I've got boundaries. But if you genuinely have proof that I might be wrong, then I'd love to hear it. But so far, the only thing that's happened is if you go look at Kai's video where it shows the proof that I'm, bullshitting, they just say it's because of credible sources. They showed no literal proof of anything. In fact, 90% of the information in that video can be debunked so easily, it's not even funny. It is a 2-hour video, and I could make a 15-minute video debunking everything, which I'm not going to do because that's an absolute waste of my time. But if that's what's necessary at the end of the day, I'd take that time. I've got no problem defending myself, and that's really the problem with all this is you all keep saying that I started this attack, and I didn't. I've been defending myself this entire time. Because to be quite honest, she is dangerous. And yeah, I'm calling you out. And I'm sorry that like your feelings got hurt because you got called out. But after that point, anything you do that isn't just a straight up apology is an attack. Like I don't think you understand how this stuff works. I generally don't. And I wanna go over like another point that keeps being brought up, that because you say you don't support pedophilia, that means you don't. That's not how that works. Actions speak louder than words. They always have. You can say you don't support it, but as soon as you're taking the energy and the time to give a pedophile a platform for them to be able to reach out to more kids, to hurt more people, you are the bad guy. Like, I'm sorry. You're a bad person. This is not drama. This is a fucking crime. And the fact that you don't see that is just asinine. Hell, at this point, this is just baiting and abetting. This is just helping. Like, I swear to God, this is hitting the point where you're committing crimes. You are like actively helping a pedophile groom people. This is not okay. But we're gonna get to that in a little bit. We're gonna get to that in a little bit. We're gonna get there. Just hang on, because we're in for a wild ride. So this is the comment section of this little bit. Like I said, I'm gonna skip over parts that obviously don't have anything to do with don't have anything to do with the situation with me. But I do want to call a few things out that I noticed. Some of this may be from an outsider's observation, so take that into consideration at least. Dude, you should have never. Hang on. Nope. Sorry. I need to give you guys a distinct voice. That way you guys know who's talking. Dude, you should have never listened to yourself. You should have never inserted yourself in the first place. This is kind of true. The best you can do is shut up and introspect yourself. You probably should have done that too. Clearly, you didn't listen to me the first time when I said don't get yourself involved and are trying to start stuff. Please look after yourself and don't blame everything on us. Blame it on the situation and yourself. Look at you. You called it a situation. You didn't call it drama. Secret. I'm so proud of you. Look at you. Growing. Little wins. It doesn't last for long. She calls it drama later on. I'm pretty sure I remember. So oops. But at the very least, look at you. Look at you. You're improving. I'm impressed. You're still a shitty person. And I want to preface this because I know there are going to be some other people watching, because I'm going to mention their names a little later on, and he's pissed that I mentioned him. And I want to be clear. If you weren't aware of the situation and you got called out, you had no idea any of this was happening, and the call outs happened, and that's the only reason you found out about this. And you went and watched the video, and then you were like, oh my God, Ari is a pedophile. I didn't realize. I'm sorry. I'm not working with her anymore. That would literally fix this. Like, I would genuinely make an apology, or not even an apology, just say, hey, this person made a post saying that they're not working with Ari anymore because they didn't know what was happening. Like, I would do that. I've got no problem with that. The problem is that you're still defending a pedophile. And that's why we have issues. I do want to preface that I didn't really speak up on this all that much because of other stuff. But one of the people who was called out for stuff, who I'm going to go grab information about real quick, Shiro, something like that. It's Shiro. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Shiro. Shiro made a Twitter and a Discord account to harass me. I blocked them on YouTube. And I blocked them on Twitter. And I had to block them in the Discord as well because they tried to bring it into the fan server. Thank you, Flair, by the way. Flair. Because I know you're going to be watching this. Listen, you're an amazing moderator. I thank you so much. I thank you so much for catching that, because I did not. But I've not done this. I've not gone to other people's platforms to attack them one-on-one. I've made posts on mine because they're meant to call out, but I've not attacked anyone. I've kept primarily to myself, honestly. If anything, everyone else has lashed out, made alt accounts to lash out, or come after me directly for stuff. So, or at least encouraged fans to do so, in Kai's case. But yeah, anyways, continuing on. Oh, nope. Please look after yourself. Don't blame everything on us. Blame it the situation, yourself for being selfish and inserting yourself in drama. See, I literally said they called it a situation and they called it drama in the next sentence. I'm dyslexic. I didn't read that. Look at you. Okay, listen. You were so close, Secret. You were so close. So close. So close. Also, if I hear any of this manipulative behavior anymore, this whole I used to look up to you, I'm going to McHeckin lose it. This is used so many times. Also, my autism has been used so many times in these conversations and argument that I'm literally about to lose it. Shuro went off about how because I was an older autistic, that means they're more mature than me. One, you made an alt Twitter. I'm going to be honest, you're not more mature than me. I may be childish, but you're making videos on the internet as well. You're not any better. In fact, you made an alt Twitter just to attack me. So I would say most likely, I think being immature in this situation wins over whoever's calling the other mature, because personally, I've never looked at someone and be like, you're immature. Because it's just not something I do unless that's actually the only word that can be used in that scenario. I don't think I've really publicly called anyone immature at all, because it's just a weird thing to call people. It's just name calling at that point. You're just being like, oh, you're stupid. I got called a dumbass too. There's a lot of things that happen. Like I said, go check the tweet. I got real sassy on one of them. So at the very least, if you appreciate the Cassidy typing with me, then you'll appreciate those posts, because both Cassidy and Kelsey were very much active on that. And it was something. Inserting yourself after we told you not to. What point do you have now? You have no one to defend you. No one is attacking you anymore. They move sights onto Kai. No, actually, I was attacking Yuri still. I didn't mention it in that one post, I don't think, because they said they were leaving YouTube. So I took them for their word. But no, I was still very much going after them. And again, I know I just said, I was attacking. I'm not attacking. I'm using that term because that's the term being used here, and that's the language they seem to understand. I was not attacking anyone. I have not attacked anyone. I've called people out on their bullshit. I've called people out on their shit. And yes, I'm going to continue to do so. And yes, I understand that one of them, at least, is a minor. And you know what? He wouldn't have been involved if he didn't make an alt Twitter to go around a band just to at me repeatedly to make sure that I acknowledged that he messaged me. Okay, he put his name out there. I didn't say his name in the first place. I didn't call him out. I didn't say anything. After that point, oh yeah, I definitely did, because that's what happens. That's the natural consequences of those behaviors. That's just what fucking happens. Again, not even an attack. That's the thing. I didn't start it. The raid was caused by people who lack proper judgment. I joined the server to try to DM Pandy, but left because of those two. Y'all never gave me the chance to tell my side. This is what I DM'd them about. If you have a side to it, bud, come talk to me. Honestly. I was I thought these were the same people. If you're genuinely not the same as those two, and these are three different people, then you should probably check why your IP address rings up the same. That might be a bit of a concern. But otherwise, yeah, you're I'm down to listen. Me and Kai have talked. We did talk. Kai will even admit to that. We had a conversation. I just think that Kai was extremely dismissive of the evidence, because Kai straight up said, you guys saw the messages, that basically that Arya was even if Arya was a pedophile, he was going to continue to support her anyways, which is a problem, which is why they're bad. They seem to think that, like, that conversation meant I was going to completely understand them. No. No. I was taking time to get more evidence, my dude. Like, good grief. You just didn't help your case. Even so, Yuki, how else did they know about the situation? Sounds kind of sus. What was it you said to me? You say you didn't have control? That's a load of bull. Well, you don't have control over what... well, okay, wait. If you have control, if Yuki here has control... Yuki, whatever. I'm sorry. If that's not... If I'm using both those words and neither one of those are your names, I'm so sorry. I genuinely don't know what to call you, and my brain, it just goes to whatever I read first. I apologize if I'm genuinely, like, not calling you the right thing. I'm so sorry. I want to be clear on that. I am genuinely very sorry. So if Yuki here, let's say Yuki here, has control over their friends, from them doing things in my server, doesn't that mean you also have control over what Arya does? So you're telling me that the stuff that Arya's done, the pedophilic stuff that there is proof of in that 3-hour video, that's not an argument anymore. Arya is a pedophile. That's not an argument anymore. The argument here is that you're supporting a pedophile. That's what this argument has turned into. So you controlled then Arya's actions when Arya did those pedophilic things. So that just straight up makes you a pedophile then. I'm a bit confused on your logic here. But okay. They were going to do it. They were going to know they seen it. How else did they see it, Yuki? You didn't follow Pandy yourself and wouldn't even have known unless we brought it up. Okay, that's fair. So I would expect them to know even less. Fair. First, people actually listen to you. No one in the OG cat, this is the stuff that, like, hits the territory that I don't know anything about. So something about OG cast doesn't follow any orders. You forget people were told when the situation first happened. Also telling people to cut ties with us, acting like we are the ones who did something wrong. You did. You supported a pedophile. That's funny. As I said, you screwed up big time, bud. And all you had to do was say, hey, guys, sorry I screwed up. But nah. Instead, you acted up and said all types of stuff that is making people not like you anymore. Like me. I don't like you after what you said to me. Also, what is with the weird-ass smiley face? What's with the fucking weird-ass emojis, dude? Like, dude, this is a serious situation. Why are you using weird-ass fucking emojis? I say, even though I use the cat face constantly. See, I can call myself out on things. I can call myself when I'm being a hypocrite. I do think the emoji just looks very strange. It gives me Flowey vibes, and if you don't know, Flowey's a villain. So, maybe find a different emoji. Maybe find one that isn't correlating villain vibes, maybe. But also, so you're saying that if they apologize for screwing up, that would have been okay, but potentially this was the same person who made those really awful racist slurs. So if they just said, oh, I'm sorry, you would have accepted that? Like, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not, like, when we have the call, like, I'll take their apology, that's fine, but that doesn't mean that all is forgiven and all is forgotten. Like, but nah, you acted up and said all types of stuff that is making people not like you anymore, like me. I don't like you after what you said to me. It was uncalled for, and once again, is rude to me that I wasn't rude to. Funny how that works. Well, I mean, I don't know whether you were rude to them or not. You've shown literally no proof that they were being rude to you. Again, these two make a lot of claims that there is no evidence of. I genuinely want to see this evidence. If Yuki did say these rude-ass things, give evidence. Why is there no evidence of this? Why are you just making baseless claims? It's fucking ridiculous. Huh? Yeah, but did you continue to follow any amount of the situation? No, it died for months. By that point, with Pandy posting about it every blue moon. Yeah, because eventually I was going to get to the point where I could post all of it. So you would have been called out, and in a way that you wouldn't have been able to defend yourself. I gave you a warning. That was the whole point of that post with me calling people out, was to give you a warning. Because I didn't think you guys knew what was going on. And if you didn't, it would have been an easy fix. Be like, hey, I didn't know she was a pedophile. I'm sorry, I'm not going to work with her anymore. It's really easy. A really easy fix. The fact that that's not happening is mind-boggling to me. Because they just decided to double down and continue to support a pedophile. And like I said, okay. I said, like I said, I've not said this in this video. I've said this over text multiple times and in the tweets and stuff. And I want to make it very, very clear. It's okay to not pick a side in the sense of like, it's either me or Arya. That's not what this call out post is for. This is not to say, oh, join me on my side. No, that's not what this is for. This post is made strictly for the purpose, these videos and the post are made strictly for the purpose that you are working with a pedophile, and that's fucked up. Stop. You don't have to agree with me. You don't have to like me. I don't care. You can never talk to me again. This could be the end of our conversation. But if you continue to work with a pedophile, then I'm going to continue to call you out. Don't like that? Sorry. You know what? This is not the first time we've had a situation like this, and I've acted the exact same both times. Arya is genuinely gotten to the point where she is as bad as Star's art studio, which is sad. It's sad because Star like sexted a minor or several minors like 3 separate times. Okay, it's ridiculous. The fact that this has gotten to that point is ridiculous, but there's so much evidence at this point. There is no justification. Yet here you are justifying it. You wouldn't have seen it. They wouldn't have. Heck, even if somehow you weren't behind this, the first thing you should have done is try to explain yourself, not go on break, come back immediately, then start trying to blame us and get Neuro to backstab us. That makes you out as somebody who doesn't understand what they did wrong. I don't know who the fuck this Neuro person is, so I don't have any context, but considering that you think I'm attacking you, I'm likely to believe that it wasn't Neuro backstabbing you, that Neuro just decided they didn't want to work with people who were pedophiles and left. Actually, there is several people who have seen the last video that I know have left your cast at this point. And I'm also aware that in one of your guys' servers, there is several pedophiles, not just one, a few, along with some people who have like a lot of reputation for stalking people. So like, I'm not really surprised at this point. I'm just glad that my friends have gotten out of this. Speaking of, hey, if you want good content and you have watched through all my videos, Shiny Kyogre 789 makes some really good content. Some really good content. I'm just saying, I'm in it. That's how you know it's good. I'm in it, and I'm great. That's so weird. It's so weird that I've gotten to the point of talking good about myself. God. But genuinely, go watch it. The Silent Wolfie also makes some really great stuff. She makes some amazing content. I love her and appreciate her. And I'm also there. And I have access to her channel. So every once in a while I'll upload there just for shits and giggles, As you do. So, if you want to see extra videos that like maybe you won't see on my channel that are posted by me, go check out there. The third person I want to call out real quick, because we had a very pleasant conversation the other night, and they're really cool. And they're probably going to not be very happy about this. Is my good friend Rain. If you go look on YouTube, it's REINMANZ. And they have some FNAF content, and SK's in it. SK's in the content. It's so good. It actually genuinely, I couldn't watch through like the first couple episodes because they're older. But like the newer stuff is really good. All right, like episode 6, it's pretty easy to follow. I was understanding what was happening. I didn't feel like I had to watch prior episodes to kind of get a feel for who characters were, which is always really nice when personalities are like really obvious. Genuinely, like, their content's good. Go watch it. Anyways, we've got so much more to go through, and I have a premiere in a little bit, so I gotta speed this up along. The first thing you should have done is try to explain yourself. It shows that you don't understand they did nothing wrong. Well, if they didn't make the comments, then no, they didn't really do anything wrong, actually. And as far as I'm aware, they may not have, so. I don't care how it looks. I tried to protect them by telling them to go where they still can, since some of them can't stomach it. But you can simply protect those who don't want to be protected. And this is how you know Neuro isn't reliable. She says that she would. Yeah, this is a whole other thing. So by that you mean because I'm the only one I'm protecting, Yuki. Do I not deserve to protect myself? Should I be in the dirt, Yuki? Should I quit? Yes. If you're going to give pedophiles a platform, yes, please do quit YouTube. Actually, that would be amazing. My entire job is to make this platform safe and to entertain people. That is generally what I want to do. I want to protect those I care about. I want to protect kids. I want to protect my fans. And I generally want to protect people in general because I don't like seeing people get hurt. It sucks. It really does. But I can't protect everyone. And in this scenario, I can't protect you. You've put yourself in a situation that is extremely dangerous. And instead of listening to reason and rational, you've decided that your best form of defense was to attack me and get your fans to make threats towards me. I don't see how you can see yourself as the good person here. And you also made a comment about wanting to keep other people safe, and yet you're not protecting anyone except yourself. Like, you genuinely only care about yourself in this scenario. That's it. That's why you're playing nice on your channel. You're playing nice because you care only about yourself, and you know that you're going to get shit for this, because that's what happens when you support a pedophile. You get shit. And honestly, you do deserve it. That's just not even a personal opinion. That is just literally how that works. Dude, stop playing the pity game. There was no pity in any of this. I don't remember them looking for pity. They just said they weren't going to work for you. Apologize publicly to Pandy. See, I don't think that's necessary. If they didn't make the comments, then that's not necessary. I mean, that's the whole thing. If they didn't make the comments, then they don't need to apologize for this. I would like an explanation, because I'm pretty sure it was them that made the comments. But, like, if they didn't, then, like, who the fuck? Apologize to me publicly as well for what you said. That they weren't going to work with you anymore because you're supporting a pedophile? Cool beans, bro. Cool story. To be fair, maybe she wanted to give people time since the situation had been stressful. Plus, you seemed like you'd want... This has to do with Neuro, I assume. You seemed like you didn't want to speak to people, especially what you said after what you said to them. So you're protecting people that used racism in an unfriendly way that made things worse. I want to preface this. Whoever this... No, this is a third person. I'm sorry, hang on. So you're protecting people that used racism in an unfriendly way that made things worse than it has on others, even though you weren't involved in it and didn't even apologize that you put your actions on Kai. No, Kai did it to themselves. Again, if you watched the video, you would know that. A lot of it has to do with even before any of this happened. Actually, 90% of that video is before any of this happened. But they didn't put their actions on Kai at all, actually. Kai is the one who was dismissive of it until I said something publicly. And I want to preface that because Arya has done the same thing with Star. When Arya learned that Star was sexting minors, Arya did nothing until I said something publicly. This group's entire shtick is like, oh, unless it's super bad, we're not going to do anything. You can be a shitty person and we'll still let you be around, but as soon as it comes public and it might make us look bad, we're out of there. One of those is done. I'm kind of waiting for a response, but I can personally say I don't have anything else to do but watch. Kai, I gained a bit of clarity on the situation. And I tried to try more and keep trying to keep people out of the beef. But y'all do y'all and keep narrow. When was it the days I was left in the dark or seen that one of these sides wasn't what it seemed? Ooh, that's a good quote. I might write that down. Hey, that's a quote from something. Let me know, because that's really cool. But yeah, no, one of the sides isn't as it seems, because these people are like, hey buddy, if you won't admit it, then all I have to do is show proof, right? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but that would put you in the same spot I'm in. You did say I'm dragging people down. Well, I guess I'll take you and your big ego down with me. So I'll give you one last chance to own up for what you said to me and apologize. Okay, so you have proof. You have proof that that this isn't, Arya's not a pedophile. You didn't say what you said. The screenshots are fake, because they have to be. And that the voices are fake as well. Because correct me if I'm wrong, you would also have to imply that, like, Microwave's voice is fake, which you can check his channel to see it's not. So I'm a bit confused on what, again, I don't know what proof. And even if Yuki made a shit response to you, that's probably because you're a pedophile supporter. And again, you would probably deserve it. Actually, no, these people aren't the ones I'm talking about. They have been cut off. But they're your family. Are they not, Waffle and Legend? So how about you tell Pandy that this was your fault at first? No, Arya's at fault for being a pedophile. And tell her to leave Kai alone. No. So many people have told me to leave Kai alone at this point, and I have yet to do it. Why the fuck do you think this little shit's gonna be able to do anything? Like, I'm gonna be honest. No, I'm not going to stop calling out Kai. I'm sorry. Stop supporting a pedophile. But literally, I will stop. I will stop under the single condition that you stop working with Arya. That's it. That's my condition. Stop working with a pedophile, and then we're both going to be okay. Like, we're cool. That's the only problem here, is you're working with a pedophile. And again, it's not up for debate on whether she is or not. That's irrelevant. She is. There's enough proof of that. And yes, even though you say you don't support it, by working with her, you are supporting it. That is how that works. You can say that that's not, but I can assure you that that is exactly how that works. That he didn't know about this because he was with family at the time of all this happening. Okay, even if Kai didn't know about you making this other shit, making, like, racial slurs, that doesn't actually change the fact that, like, Kay was dismissive of it. It doesn't explain the fact that Kay was dismissive of Arya's shit. It doesn't explain Kay still working with Arya. There's still a lot that has to, you all seem to think this all started just because of him. That video was going to happen anyway. I assure you, I had everything lined up already. Like, I was ready to make that video at any point, and this just gave me a nudge to do it. But it would have happened. If it wasn't then, it would have happened in a month or so, which was the plan originally. Was I was going to release it in a month or so, but then I remade the video. That way you all could find out about it. So there you go. Because that's my normal thing. What happened on Twitter was not my norm. Because I was emotional. I really need to speed this up a little bit. So go apologize to Pandy and Kai, and maybe you should control your friend's behavior. Again, if this person has control over the friend's behavior, then, like, I got some news for you, boy. Then Kai has control over Arya's behavior being a pedophile, and in which case, yikes. Also, I got called 31 throughout all of this. I want you in the comments. I want you guys to tell me, do I sound like do I actually sound that old? Do I sound like I'm 31? I swear, I'm only 22. That's like 10 years. This person's like, oh, she's way older than me. I'm like 4 years. Is this like, guys, please. Please. I swear I'm not that old. No, I'm actually genuinely not that old. I don't know. I think maybe she got Arya confused because Arya's 31, but I'm sure shit not myself. Which is why it's still weird. As I said, I don't have anything to lose, and I told you the truth. Bro, you're still in the dark, mate. All of us are. No, you're not. Go watch the video. Watch the video. The only people who should know what's actually happening is Arya and Pandy. No! 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 The reason why I call out this stuff publicly is so that people are aware that somebody is dangerous. You should be aware that you are putting your cast in danger by having her around. I would want to know if a pedophile was in my cast. I'd want to know immediately. What do you mean you don't want to know? What kind of fucking gross ass shit is this? The stuff about me and Kai, though, bro, we haven't done anything except support a pedophile. As I said, I've cut off ties with those people. I'm protecting my friends who don't have to be involved. If they're not working with Arya, then yeah, they don't have to be involved. That is how that works. See, Yuki's catching on. They really are. Like I said, they don't have to like me. Yuki can still fucking hate my guts, and that's cool. Like, I get that. Like, we're chill. Like, we have an understanding. You hate me. I don't really like you. Like, we're okay. As long as you're not working with a pedophile. That's all that matters here. This is the same issue we had with Star. I'm going to have the same issue with Arya. Really not that hard. Watch. Wait another couple months and we'll find out that Star is in Arya's cast again. Bet. That's a joke, slightly. I'm a little scared that will actually happen now that I said something. Then just say sorry. Then just say sorry to both Pandy and Kai. It's not that hard. The fact anyone's involved is gonna get caught in the crossfire. Which is why we dropped you, mate. You didn't listen to your friends' warnings and got yourself and family caught into starting drama all over again. It's not drama, it's a crime. That's why we dropped you. It just happens that people around you were sick and tired of past actions, too. Ooh. Don't blame us for the consequences of what you did. Maybe if the situation weren't so severe, I would have tried to understand more. But with it being brought into the spotlight, back onto Kai and such, so what you're saying is legitimately, you would have allowed this to continue, but because I said something publicly, you're doing something. So you are okay with racism. Cool. Okay. I just want to clarify that. There was no second thought. It aren't our faults, and we've done nothing to Pandy. Yes, you have. Not talking anything. Actually, you have. After me and Kai had the conversation, you made a post going off about how because you're autistic, you shouldn't be called out for your shitty mistakes. And as somebody who is autistic as well, I can assure you, yes, you should. Because one of the biggest things about autism is not understanding when you make mistakes. I want to be called out because not always do I know. You can't go based off of your own judgment all the time. You have to go based off the judgment of your friends and of the people around you. You're being told you're wrong. Maybe, just maybe, fucking take 2 seconds. And also, just hear me out. If you can't take shit, don't deal shit. Get off the internet. Just generally speaking, this is not a good place for autistic people who cannot handle being told no or being told they're wrong. If that's something you can't handle, maybe go off the internet. Because honestly, this argument's starting to sound like what I would say to somebody who is a flat earther, and that's kind of sad. Not talking or anything else. So stop feeling sorry for yourself and apologize to people for fudge's sake. Just say sorry. It's not that hard, dog. And then this goes into talking about the misfits. I have no idea what this all is. They're talking about how they're cutting problematic. This is all stuff I don't understand. So I don't really care. This was posted. I didn't want to talk about this. This person right here, ladies and gentlemen, this person has called me a dumbass. They've said that I was, oh God, what's the way that I worded it when I was talking with Goat? That I was too old to act childish for someone with autism. By the way, autism's a spectrum. So I'm very concerned that you don't understand that, and yet you're autistic. Please do some research. Talk to some other autistic people, maybe. Please. not just your friends. Talk with other autistic people, please. For the love of fucking God. Because if you can make the statement, I'm younger than you, and yet I'm more mature, with talking to someone else with autism, you're wrong. You're just wrong. Basically, they're saying that they'll quit YouTube because they don't want to harm anyone's channel. My name's getting dropped on Twitter and YouTube. Yeah, that's what happens. I'm going to be cutting ties around everyone around me. That's guilt tripping. That's guilt tripping. That's guilt tripping. I appreciate the guilt tripping. But as other people have seen, no, it's not going to work. Go ahead and cut off ties to everyone. That's not necessarily the healthiest thing. You should just cut off ties with problematic people. And obviously the people around you are problematic if they're supporting pedophiles. So I guess if that is literally everyone in your life, I'm so sorry for you. Get better friends, please. But if you're not going to get any better, then yeah, don't come back. I just, huh. All right, man. I wish you luck. Don't be a stranger, my dude. You don't deserve to be called out for this stuff, so look after yourself. Actually, he does. If anything, he deserves to be called out more because he made it very clear on the other post that he's all for supporting Arya. He also called me illiterate a bunch of times, said my dumbass couldn't read. Like, bro, I am reading. I'm reading that you are saying you don't support Arya. Well, you don't support pedophilia, but then saying you are... No, like you're still gonna work with Arya. You literally could have just said, I didn't know about this. I'm sorry. I'm not working with Arya anymore. I don't support pedophilia. Like that literally would have solved all this. And again, I would have said something. I said that. I made that very clear to Kai too. Like I would say something if I was wrong, but I'm not because you've publicly said this now. This is the other thing. This is how I actually kind of saw it. A friend sent this to me. So this was their reply to this or their comment. Okay, so I won't be silent anymore then. For context, Yuki here and his group of friends decided to go against what he was told and attack someone with racial slurs. Yes. He refused to own up for his actions, so that's why I don't associate with him. He never said he didn't do any of those things. He said he wanted to explain things. From what I understand, which, like, I'm down to listen to an explanation. But I can understand why you wouldn't want to associate with him, because his friend said it. But I want to make it clear that you were wanting to continue association with him until I called it out publicly. What the fuck? On top of him blaming me for why people are attacked, believing that I'm in control of these people's actions, calling it a you problem. Okay, you literally just said he can't be in control of people's actions, but you're telling him to control his friends. You keep contradicting yourself. Buddy. Hi. Listen. You'll probably never watch this, because to be quite honest, I don't even think you watched through the first video. And I'm genuinely sorry. If you or anyone else who's being called out is being emotionally hurt by this, that's what happens when you support a pedophile. And I'm genuinely very sorry that you're being hurt by this. But bud, if you were to take like not even 2 seconds to like be like, hey, I didn't realize there was all this evidence of Arya being a pedophile. I was just doing what other people told me. I didn't realize there was like physical evidence of this and like so many witnesses, because there's a lot. I wasn't aware of this, and I'm genuinely like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry. If we can, maybe we can work things out. Maybe we can talk about things. I'm not going to be working with Arya anymore, or people who support Arya, because that's kind of a shitty thing to do. Because she's a pedophile. That would literally be the end of this conversation. That would be the end. I'd make a post being like, hey, so Kai made a statement saying he's no longer supporting Arya. which is good. He's not supporting, pedophiles or people who support pedophiles, because at this point you can't support like Clayton either. Which, by the way, hi Clayton. I know you're watching this because you love interacting with my posts. This is now the third time you've made an alt account to come talk to me. Stop. Get help, please. For the love of God, it's creepy as shit. You are apparently 17. You're almost an adult. Take your creepy ass somewhere else, please. For the love of God. Actually, though, stop. It's creepy. It's weird. Just don't. Anyways, guys, just a quick little video to update you guys on things. So I hope you all enjoyed the video. There's not much to enjoy, but hey, in case you did, thank you all so much for watching. Leave a comment, saying, that you're going to go watch the premiere, that you've watched the premiere, because that's going to go up before this. If you watched the whole video, that's my way of knowing you watched through the whole video. Just say, I watched the premiere. Anyways, GTFN.